Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devam Gauravani Pacharane Nirvise Sasunivari Paskyacha Deshitarane Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shivasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today's talk is on Krishna consciousness versus impersonalism or Mayavadism. For so long, these yogis, impersonalists, have been um, trying to stop desire. They're trying to cut off their desire and become desireless. Like holding your breath. Sometimes yogis hold their breath for a very long period of time, or they may try to reduce their breathing almost to nothing. Dhruva Maharaj actually was reducing his breathing and eating. But their intention is to experience this Brahman. So they're trying to stop desire, all thoughts, and ultimately it fails because desire is the eternal aspect of the soul. The problem is not desire. It is what you desire. That's all. Just like the problem is not the body, it's the bodily concept. So these impersonalists, they think all desire is bad. All desire. And they think all bodies are bad. And they think that Krishna's body is also bad. So for them, they're thinking no body, nothing, nothing. No desire, no body, no concept, no Veda, nothingness. And there are many, many, many people who subscribe to this insane philosophy. Insane philosophy. They're trying to bring their mind to a halt. And they practice, and they will continue practicing this mindless activity until they become very expert at thinking of nothing. Sometimes these people talk about living in the moment. Living in the moment, just not thinking, just doing, flowing. And if they don't flow, or if the mind comes out of meditation and they start to have desire, they just feel that they need to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And one day they will attain this permanent state of mindlessness, desirelessness. Have they done it? No. Do they get short bursts of mindlessness? Yes. I mean, you can stop thinking for a few seconds, for a few minutes, maybe even an hour. You can reduce your thinking and your thoughts and try to float, being conscious that you shouldn't be thinking. But the desire comes from the soul. You cannot put the soul into some sleeping condition where you don't have thoughts. The soul has free will. Therefore, it's desiring something. It desires moksha. It desires karma kanda. It desires. You cannot stop desire. But what you can do is you can purify your desire. It is what you're desiring that matters. And in Krishna consciousness, we teach people to desire Krishna. That's all. There's nothing wrong with desire, but if you desire Maya, then you are being defeated. And if you desire Krishna, you will be liberated. Liberation is not coming from this stopping your brain from thinking. That will never happen. Proper liberation comes when you are desiring that Krishna is pleased. Your life and your focus change. You realize your self-interest is Krishna's interest, is to please Krishna. That is our real self-interest. But these impersonalists do not know that. They're not schooled properly in Vaishnav Vedanta. They're being schooled wrongly. And all of the other people, the population follows the impersonalist thinking, if I come to this stage of God consciousness, I'll be able to enjoy life and become God, and all these crazy ideas that they think will happen. We are teaching people how to properly desire. That's all. We're teaching people real selflessness is to desire Krishna, God. That is real selflessness. If you do artik to Krishna, if you chant Krishna's name, if you read Krishna's books, if you think of Krishna, then you are being desireless materially. You have no material desires. You're liberated. All these people who are working so hard for liberation are wasting their time. But if they just focus on Krishna, they will attain what they're looking for and beyond easily. It is not even difficult. Not even difficult. Just make Krishna the center. Not even difficult. They don't understand that desire is eternal. It is what you desire that counts. Desiring cannot stop. So you can sit in meditation for 1 day, 1 week, 1 hour, as long as you want, and you will come back into the material body. You'll come back into thinking. You cannot stop. So why waste your time? This is not a permanent solution. Impersonalism is a partial understanding of the Vedas, is not a complete or proper understanding. It is misleading. These people don't understand. They don't have a complete picture. They take only a portion of the Veda. They go, I am, I am, I am. You are what? I am. They don't know. I am the eternal servant of Krishna. They get these ideas of what I am. I am everything. I am nothing. I am one. I am all these crazy concepts. And so many people are focusing in this way on this voidism and impersonalism. Voidism and impersonalism, which is so offensive to their real interest. They should stop immediately these insane impersonalistic ideas and try to understand the most beautiful Lord Krishna, because he is in the Vedas. He says in Bhagavad Gita, I am Veda, I am the compiler and payer of Veda, I am the knower of Veda, and I am the goal of Veda. Is there any more that needs to be said? He's not saying, I am you, you are me, we are all paths lead to the same. I am God, you are God. He doesn't say this. He says, I am God, you are not. I am the supreme soul, you are the tiny soul. I am one, you are many. This he says. And he says, through devotion, can you understand the mysteries of my existence? Only by undivided bhakti or devotion. This is the proper way. This is the normal way. This is the healthy way. This is the spiritual way. Anyone who is looking at impersonalism or considering it or practicing it should immediately give it up, immediately, and take to this chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. If you were serious about wanting to know what is God, who you are, what is birth, what is death, what is eternal, if you want the ability to see the difference between matter and spirit, if you want to be successful in your meditation, in your yoga, chant Hare Krishna mantra. It's here. Chant. This is easy mantra. This mantra will bring you real truth, real knowledge. You will see the difference between yourself and your body. And you will know that Krishna is within you and that you are part of Krishna. You will have a relationship with him. You will revive a relationship with him. It is eternal, but temporarily has been covered. And you will revive it. It is something that is achintya, inconceivable to our present understanding. But if you follow the path of the great souls, that which has been given by Krishna himself, you can attain success in knowing that Krishna is God. He is independent of you and me. I am not Krishna. You are not Krishna. There is Krishna. And we, as spirit souls, have a relationship with Krishna, one of love and devotion. That devotion is purified desire. You're thinking as an impersonalist, my desire is to become God, to become Brahman. That is not purified desire. Purified desire is, let me offer fruit, flower, leaf, water to my dear Lord Krishna. With devotion, devotion is not material. Devotion is purified desire. Devotion is the language of God. Devotion is a spiritual language. It is not material. Devotion does not have its roots. Pure devotion does not have its roots in the material world. It is the language of love between God and us. It is pure. That is purified desire. That is where I'm thinking, let me please my Lord. If I have that desire, there's nothing material there. I'm not bound by karma. I'm not bound by jnana. I'm not bound by my body. There is unbounded transcendence in trying to please Krishna. That is purified desire. Purified desire. Desire is not bad if it's purified desire. Purified desire has no limit to it. It's not limited. It continues to grow and manifest. It expands. It's ever fresh. Service to Krishna is not boring. It's not material or mundane. It has no mundane qualities. It's something the impersonalist does not know. He has never experienced. He has not understanding because he hasn't exposed himself to Krishna consciousness. Because he's thinking, I will continue with this impersonal path, and one day I shall achieve something great. And we are saying, no, you will never achieve anything great. You can never, ever become desireless. You're wasting your time. This we can say. If, however, you are not so puffed up and arrogant as to accept this small change in your life, go on meditating, but not meditating on I am. That is the false meditation idea. Instead, meditate, I am yours, Krishna. And you are my worshipable deity. Let me offer my obeisances unto you. Govinda Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Please accept my worship, O Lord. You are the supreme person. That's all. Change our focus from I am everything, I am this, I am one with the universe. That is so self-centered. Give up that thinking now and instead embrace the idea, I am your eternal servant, Krishna. Be merciful to me. I'm not the body. I'm soul. I am the eternal soul that has relationship with you, Krishna. That is the thinking. In this way, Krishna will accept you and bind you to him, and you will achieve a transcendental relationship that will surpass any attraction for the material world. Even your own body you'll be willing to give up because it has no basis of attraction outside of the soul's attraction for Krishna. This is powerful. This is the real way to meditate. This is called pure bhakti. This idea of impersonal meditation is a great blight. It is an injustice to the individual. It is offensive to God. It has no place. It is not recommended. If you think it is, you're not reading the Vedas properly. It is not recommended. It is inferior activity. And if you continue practicing, you're wasting your valuable life. You will get nowhere. You will have no benefit from this type of meditation. It will make your heart hard. You'll become impatient because your mind will always be desiring. Very difficult path, this path of impersonalism. Whereas the path of Krishna consciousness is joyful from beginning to end. Susukam kartam avyayam. This path is joyful all the time, even for beginners, even for someone who's meditating for a long period of time. If he becomes a bhakta, immediately he feels happiness. Or if you have no inclination for meditation, you can still find happiness in the very beginning of Krishna consciousness, because every aspect is sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet means taste, ras, desire. Purified desire is so important to understand. You have to understand this concept so you can fully disengage yourself from voidism and impersonalism, which is hurting your heart, hurting your mind, hurting your chances of having relationship with Krishna, God, where the heart becomes soft. Impersonalists, their hearts are hard because they're trying to control their mind with their own willpower. But we bhaktas don't bother trying to control our mind with our own willpower. We surrender to Krishna. He provides the willpower that controls our mind. It's so easy. Krishna is superior to the material world. He is controlling the internal potency of devotion to him. So if I am surrendering myself in devotion to Krishna, he controls my mind. Easy. But the impersonalist doesn't depend on Krishna. So they have no chance of success because the material energy is too strong for anyone to overcome. It was designed that way. Nobody can surpass. You think you can, but you cannot. And if you have some success, failure is going to be coming shortly thereafter. Whereas in Krishna consciousness, there are levels to achieve where you do not come down until you finally realize that you are not the body, but you're the eternal servant of Krishna, and that you both have a spiritual connection. That is the perfection of meditation. Krishna is more than happy to help you, to help me, because he's superior. He's not ordinary. This the impersonalist does not understand. He does not understand the position of God. He has no experience. He's not called out yet to Krishna. God, please help me. I surrender. They haven't done this. They have no experience yet. All they have experience is trying to control their own mind, and they fail every single day. They might think they're making advancement, but the mind doesn't listen. As soon as there's some itch, some hunger, some sleep, you must take it. You cannot remain affixed to nothing. The mind has no experience of being made or forced to think of nothing. Because in reality, there is something, and that is Krishna. He's not illusion. His body is not Maya. Every single atom contains the form of God. And if you, the impersonalist, practice impersonalism, you cannot see that. If you do not see Krishna in every atom, then your meditation is fruitless because it is not real. It is only based on what you think is real. Reality is found in the Vedas. The Vedas are coming from God. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am the compiler of Veda. I know Veda, and I'm the goal of Veda. So if your goal is not Krishna, then your goal is not proper. And you're wasting your time, your precious time. Don't you want to taste bliss and happiness? Isn't your goal to be joyful, free from the bodily concept and suffering? Isn't that your goal that you took up impersonalism? You had a goal in mind. You wanted liberation. That is what Krishna consciousness can give you from day one if you chant this beautiful mantra. Don't take this mantra as just another mantra. It has powers beyond your imagination. These names of Krishna are the same as Krishna's form. This is not impersonalism. This is pure personalism. And from this pure personalism, you will know what is Brahman as being subordinate to Krishna. You will have Brahman realization, but that will not be the summum bonum of your meditation, because it is completely inferior to the bliss that is coming from the toenails, let alone the body of Lord Krishna. I am not making anything up. Everything I'm saying, I'm simply repeating what Krishna said. That's all. And you must understand that. You must understand that Krishna has come. He's given Arjuna and all of us absolute knowledge in the Bhagavad Gita. And he says in Bhagavad Gita that this knowledge that I'm giving is the same liberating knowledge that I gave to the sun god 2 million years earlier. Same, because I was existing then, Arjuna, and I'm existing now, and I'm existing in the future, all with the same body. I'm not forced to take birth like you. My birth is voluntary. I come with the purpose. When I come into human society with my original form, I do so to help humanity. I do so to reestablish Dharma. I do so to chastise the demonic, who are impersonalists and voidists and sense enjoyers. I try to bring people back to the path of bhakti. I want to reestablish love for me, the Supreme Lord Krishna. The same message, yuga after yuga after yuga, Krishna in all of his different incarnations is giving the same telltale story of life. Sarvadharman prityaja mamikam sharanam braja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishami masuchaha. Surrender to me, become my devotee, my bhakta, and I will reveal myself to you, because you are mine. If you become my bhakta, you are mine, and I am yours, Krishna says. It is a relationship of love that the impersonalist does not know. He is incapable of knowing because he thinks that everything is one, where in reality, it is two. It is the soul and the supreme soul. The impersonalist knows nothing about the supreme soul, yet he thinks he knows everything, and this is his ignorance, like the frog in the well. The frog in the well thinks he knows everything about water because he's living in the well. But when the other frog comes and says and shouts down, "Have you seen the ocean?" And Mr. Frog in the well says, "What do you mean? Is it as big as my well?" "Bigger! Bigger than my well. How much bigger? This much bigger? This much bigger? This much bigger?" He cannot conceive of the ocean, but it is there. But he cannot conceive because he's Mr. Frog in the well. His blinders are on. He sees only a small portion. Just like when the clouds are in the sky, we do not see the sun. The bigger picture, that is Krishna consciousness. If you want to remain with blinders on, then you go on with your insufficient meditation, impersonalism, voidism ideas that will not get you the goal of meditation. You will waste your time like breaking rocks with a hammer all day long. If you have some success, it will soon be evaporated by the mind, because the mind cannot find satisfaction in the void. There is no satisfaction in desirelessness, no quality, emptiness. There's no satisfaction. Satisfaction, however, exists in the pure desire of qualities of Krishna. He's all beautiful, all strong, all knowledgeable, all wise, all famous, all detached. God has all of the qualities that we savor in full, unlimited, ever present, ever fresh, and expanding. There is no limit to Krishna's qualities. There is no chance of us ever becoming dissatisfied or not or insatiated by chanting Hare Krishna. It is impossible. This transcendental relationship between the soul and Krishna is the hidden meditation that you and I seek. Everyone seeks this meditation, this relationship, this final position of their soul. It is Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, you will find complete self-satisfaction. Yourself will be no longer yourself. You will be truly selfless because you will have found and discovered pure bhakti, selfless, unconditional devotion to the Supreme Lord Krishna, whose form is ever fresh, without cause, eternal, supreme dominion over everything, from whom everything emanates and everything ends. Yet he is not affected. These are the glories of Krishna, whom you and I must discover through our practice of bhakti or devotion. Until next time, may Krishna be with you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Lord Krishna.